Hi everybody, welcome back into North Dakota today. Well, Capital Credit Union has all the financial services that you need. Zach Mahan and Stacia Sanders are joining us with more. Good morning, you guys.
Good morning.
Thanks for having us.
Of course, we're happy to have you on the couch. So who wants to kick things off and just tell me a little bit about what both you guys do at Capital Credit Union?
Sure, yeah. Stacia and I here are your business lenders here in Fargo. We're business lenders here at our Veterans Boulevard branch here. We do all sorts of things such as opening business accounts or business loans as well. We just really help the business members out. So
yeah, absolutely. Okay, so tell me a little bit about the different types of business services that you guys have.
So we have lots of different business services. As far as like the account openings, we have different types of accounts, such as your regular business checking accounts, or certificate of deposits and stuff like that. We can have some great rates with that. As far as loans, we have commercial loans, commercial real estate loans like that, term loans, for equipment or vehicles and stuff like that, and then as well as do some agriculture lending as well. So
yeah, absolutely. So tell me, what's the favorite part of your guys' jobs?
My favorite part is the relationship building and learning about all the different businesses that are out there. We can't be the experts in the business, but we can certainly learn about that and help and assist. And it's quite interesting to discuss and talk through all the goals of each individual business, whether it's an individual LLC or a very large corporation.
Yeah, because you guys can really help with the process of even starting a business, correct? How does that work? Absolutely.
It's actually a lot simpler than one might think. If you're a W-2 employee and you've been thinking about starting your own business and going off on your own but have been a little nervous, it's a good idea to come in and speak with your business banker, because we can help assist. We have all of the tools to help you start your own LLC or individual company, whichever route you go, and discuss future plans and also get you in connection with some programs that are out there. North Dakota is a fantastic state to be a small business. Small business is up to 500 employees. So a small business can be very large. So there's a lot of different programs out there that are available to assist.
Yeah, I like how you mentioned earlier, you may not be an expert on the business, but you're an expert on the financial side of it too.
Yes.
How rewarding is that for both of you guys to see people's dreams come to life with your guys' help?
right, yeah, it's really exciting, to help them out, and, to see them reach their goals and just to be there for them every step of the way. So
absolutely. So how long have both of you guys been with Capital Credit Union?
I've been there just since July of this year. I've been in the banking industry a little over 2 years, I guess, previously.
Exciting.
So, yeah.
I'll be starting my second year with Capital in January here, but I've been in the financial industry a long time.
We'll leave it at that. I love that. So why a credit union? This may be kind of unique to some people. Maybe they aren't even really aware of what a credit union does.
Credit unions are fantastic financials to be a part of. One, when you become a member of a credit union, you become a voice in a financial institution. And we also have different opportunities and different things that we can kind of cater to individual needs. So if we're not just a cookie cutter, straight, these are your options. We want to discuss, get to know, build that relationship with our members, and find solutions that work for our business or our people. And because without your success, we're not successful. So we want financial growth for all parties.
So it's not one size fits all then.
Correct.
Yeah, very important. So how does one become a member of Capital Credit Union?
You can feel free to stop in one of our branches. Everyone there will be able to direct you in the right direction anyways. There's also applications to fill out online as well as on our website. And then, yeah, just kind of, obviously set up a meeting with us, and we'll go from there and discuss all your options.
Yeah, I love that. I feel like you guys have such a level of approachability that, people have questions about that agricultural lending, starting a new business. They can reach out to either one of you, correct?
Yep, absolutely. We're easy to find.
Yep.
We're here in Fargo. We're both located at the Veterans Branch, but stop into both locations. We have a Fargo location over on 13th Avenue, and also right on the corner, 32nd and Veterans.
Yeah. So why would you really recommend folks to reach out to you guys?
I just think that we're, best suited, to figure out everyone's business needs and everything. We'll be there, like I said before, just every step of the way to help the business members out and achieve their goals. So
Yeah, absolutely. Anything else you'd like to share with our viewers this morning?
I think that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
I think
We got it all.
I think we're okay. Yeah.
Awesome.
Come and visit us.
Yeah, right,
So
yeah.
let's
That's
just
good.
talk and have a coffee.
Always good to start the conversation at least.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
you're even thinking about starting a business, obviously just reach out to us and we'll be able to help you every step of the way.
Yes,
So,
that knowledge is power.
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
Absolutely. There's no harm in a conversation.
Right.
Absolutely. Well, thank you both so much for joining us
Yes,
here this
yeah.
morning.
Thanks
Thank
so
you
much
for having us.
Yes, we
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, everybody at home, stick around. We'll have more North Dakota Today right for you, right here.